We consented to it, and consent is very sexy. If you don't mind, to warm you up a little bit, instead of digging right into these girls, I'd like to talk about a few of the girls who turned down this tour and why. Bianca didn't need this tour. She's doing just fine on her own. We're all very proud of her, although I can say it's a little frustrating the way she's always rubbing her success in my face, you know? She's always bragging about all the famous comedians she's worked with. Joan Rivers, Rachel Dratch, Bob Hope, Don Rickles, Fanny Bryce, Charlie Chaplin, Marcel Marceau, John Wilkes Booth, Da Vinci. We're really sad Alaska couldn't do this tour this year. I really love touring with Alaska because every hero needs a horse to ride in on. Alyssa was too busy slowly degrading into Bill Cosby. I'll explain, okay? Listen, I am not the wop wop. I am not the wop wop. She's not wrong. Aja isn't here. She's too busy haunting some child's nightmares. Finally, we invited Pandora Box to be... because you are fans of RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race has gotten kind of kinky, right? I mean, we have been watching them while they've been edging Shangela for the last 5 years. Poor girl has hella blue balls. I can be kind of kinky too, you know. I'm gonna dispel any rumors. Yes, that's me on Grindr, okay? It's me. It's me, that's not a catfish. Feel free to send me your nudes. I'm giving permission. I am soliciting the dick pics. Send them to me. I'm gonna need something entertaining to do up there after my set. Well, that's me on Grindr. Oh! Transphobic lighting? She said show me dick pics. User of Grindr. I know a lot of you boys out there ask, can you host? Can you host? Well, after tonight you will know definitively that Ginger cannot host. No, honestly, Ginger mentioned she's a fantastic comedian, isn't she? She's hilarious! She's the Larry the Cable Guy of drag. You've heard all the jokes before, but she does it in a funny voice. Doop, 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 doop. For all the lesbians there, someone tip her a cheeseburger. Dumped and puffed and squeezed and tweezed and gooped and pooped and svelched and squelched and belched and doopity doop doop pew 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 pew. Trans. Ginger Minge, named not after the color of her hair, but the disease that her gums has. Ginger Minge looks like one member of the Lollipop Guild ate the other two. No, honestly, Ginger Minge is one of the hardest working queens I know. The only thing that works harder than Ginger Minge is her corset. Although lately, she's been struggling to keep it together. Just like her corset. She's at the end of her rope. just like her corset. Sorry, those jokes were cheap and ineffective. Just like her corset. But I can assure you, in these trying times, Ginger is an SJW, a slack-jawed walrus. And now it's time to address the elephant in the room. Eureka O'Hara is here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to just sit here and make a bunch of fat jokes about Eureka O'Hara. You know, that seemed beneath me. So I sat down and I thought about all the most interesting things about her that I could possibly make jokes about. Anyway, here's some fat jokes. We all have our pre-show rituals, and before every show, Eureka likes to have a shot of insulin! I got to sit next to her on the flight here today, and it was great until I looked down and thought, where the hell did my armrest go? Eureka's had an amazing career. She's not only been on Drag Race, she's also been in many, many blockbuster films, such as A Troll in Central Park, Troll Hunters, Troll 2, and whichever Harry Potter movie had the troll in it. Eureka has a jewel on her belly, and if you rub it, you can make a wish. She's on a trendy new diet where she can have 3 billy goats a day. And when not on stage, she can be found under a bridge resting peacefully on a pile of children's bones. They say that Eureka left season 9 early due to a knee injury. I say it's because the McRib came back. Eureka got sick of no one ever wanting to fuck her, so in an effort to go down on herself, she had 4 ribs removed. She then slathered those ribs with barbecue sauce. Now she's right back where she started. We're all very happy they were able to fit her into season 10. It's the last time she'll ever fit into a tent. And I especially like her on Untucked, or as I like to call it, Eureka goes from room to room proving to everyone that she's crying. Okay, I cried in this room, now I gotta go over to this room and cry for a little bit. Okay, now everyone saw me crying here, okay, I gotta go to this room and cry for a little bit, but I'll cry while I'm smoking, that'll change it up. No, I love her. Congratulations, congratulations, Eureka. Thorgy Thor is here. Put me on that show, honey! Put me on that show, honey! Thorgy Thor is such an interesting drag name, right? Although personally, I appreciated her original drag name, Rachel Dolezal.
She pretty much a white chick that pretends to be black.
Thorgy thinks I won't let her fuck me because she's ugly, but that's not why. It's because I'm Jewish, and Thorgy is uncircumcised. And as a Jewish woman, I won't touch anything that's not at least 40% off. Thorgy is one of my favorite queens to work with. I actually insisted that they put her on this tour because she's the only queen who makes my drinking look under control. I got to know so much about her throughout the years. For instance, she loves whiskey because it goes great with Coke. nose bleeds more than Michelle Visage on a heavy flow day. If Michelle still gets those, I don't know. What Thorgy doesn't know about me is that I actually also play the violin. The world's smallest violin. How she was treated on All Stars 3. Fuck the drag queen. They gave me Stevie Nicks.
Fuck you.
I already said no, bitch. Stop asking. No, honestly, they rigged it against you, Thorgy. I mean, you got Stevie Nicks, who is apparently not a gay icon. Which is funny, because I thought you would have been able to relate to that.
Sexy differences. She's getting comfy.
Trent the Tool Man Taylor is here. Give it up for Trinity Taylor. Like Detox if she had stopped after 8 surgeries. Sorry, that joke was a little on the nose. Trinity the Tuck Taylor. Trinity the Tuck Taylor. Trinity the Tuck Taylor. Trinity Dick Squisher taken? What happened? Trinity the Tuck. If your middle name is just the most destructive thing you've ever done to your penis, I would be Jinkx. I fucked Magnolia Crawford Monsoon. That's just a joke. That's just a joke. She fucked me. And it was incredible! Trinity's face is somehow pointy and round all at the same time. Much like Ginger's back 2 days after shaving. But I really enjoy Trinity. We've gotten very close on this tour. We have a lot in common. For instance, we're both drinkers, and we're both white trash. Love me some drunk white trash. Feel right at home with her. Trinity is such a drunk piece of filthy white trash. Her blood alcohol level is, yup. Before Trinity comes up here and gives it her best shot, I need to forewarn you, she has consistently bombed on this tour. She's gotten better, but it's a crapshoot with her. Honestly, some nights her set bombs so bad, it's a bigger tragedy than the Holocaust. And I can say that! Because I'm narcoleptic. Everyone's favorite mean sorority girl is here, it's Willem. Shit, you hear that bell? That bell is for when we want another drink or when someone's made an AIDS joke. We think it kind of alleviates the tension. You know, you hear an AIDS joke and then a bell rings. You know, it kind of softens it. So like I said, Willem's here.
Is it an AIDS joke? Or did it drink this book? Yes.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Willem has been on TV for years, many years before Drag Race. She's been on TV for years and years and years and years and years. Before you knew her as every dead prostitute on every crime drama. She was on this television show I used to watch called Street Smarts. Yeah, I don't think anyone remembers it, but there was a show called Street Smarts, produced by the WB. Willem was on almost every episode, looking like Daryl Hannah kicking it at the Moulin Rouge. very inspirational, you know, as a young queer kid, to be able to look up to an adult, fully grown drag queen, making a living on television. I was 7 years old. Willem is a cum sock. There's no setup, there's no punchline. She's just a cum sock, you guys. That's actually her origin story. We asked 100 sweaty young teenage boys to donate their crusty cum socks from under their bed. We took those nasty ass cum socks, wadded them up into a ball, put them in a microwave. Ding! There's Willem. A cum sock that has become sentient. That's Willem. Willem's such a dumb slut. If you want her to go down on you, all you have to do is dip your dick in ranch dressing. I'm from the Northwest. That trick doesn't work on me. You have to use organic hummus instead. Willem is obsessed with shoes, which is odd for someone who spends so much time on her knees. I think she's just waiting for Louboutin to make shin guards. The only thing more full of cum than Willem is Willem's wig right now. La Tree Trunks Royale. Some of the girls are kind of intimidated by Latrice, but she doesn't scare me. She's never scared me. Well, okay, the only time I was ever scared of Latrice is when I had to walk in front of her down a flight of stairs. It was like the scene in Indiana Jones. This isn't so much a joke, it's just a true story. The first time I met Latrice, she was performing in Seattle, and I invited her over to my house after her gig. I wanted to be a good hostess. She showed up at 4 a.m. I made her a waffle sundae. We all sat around and watched her eat it. And then, like a true Seattleite, I wanted to smoke her out. So I got out my very expensive volcano vaporizer, put a little of my Seattle weed in it. A polite little puff of smoke fills the bag. I hand the bag to Latrice. She takes it all, it's gone. Then Latrice wants to smoke me out. Out of nowhere, she produces a trash bag full of weed. And she took out some of that devil voodoo swamp weed and put it into my vaporizer. The bag fills with a thick, opaque, mustard yellow gas. I took one tiny hit. I was not seen again for 4 days. When they finally found me, I was in the bushes, rocking back and forth, saying, "Good God, get a grip, girl." After 6 years of working her ass off, she has joined the ranks of Sharon Needles, Jiggly Caliente, and Fifi O'Hara in getting herself a whole new set of teeth. And they are gorgeous. I looked this way at first, and then there was Eureka. I was like, it's like Bizarro World over there. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at those teeth, they're beautiful. Showing them off too much, girl. A woman of your size needs to be weary of ivory poachers. My heart goes out to Latrice, though. You know, not only is she's the only big, black, beautiful queen on this tour, and she gets stuck on a tour bus with these stuck-up white bitches, and then every night has to sit through the teenage Trixie Mattel meet and greet. The other night, I looked over at Latrice. She was just sitting there like this. The bitch had put herself in the sunken place just to get out of it. And finally, your champion, Trixie Mattel! Trixie Mattel with a face only a mother would love and only a father would fuck. Don't do it! No, honestly, Trixie is gorgeous in drag, and out of drag, she looks like an egg. She's the only person who didn't have to change her profile picture when she opened a Twitter account. It's cerebral, you have to think it out. Honestly, I find it very impressive how Trixie has tricked America's youth into giving a shit about folk music. I can't wait for her bagpipe album next year. No, I have a little secret for you guys, though. Trixie and I were getting ready together in the same dressing room, and she likes to walk around naked a little bit. And I can tell you guys, Trixie's got a big old dick. I'm a size queen, and she's got a big dick, you guys. Her dick is so big, when I was doing a line of coke off of it, I had to stop halfway through to catch my breath. So big, when I was doing a line of coke off of it, I had time to reflect and realize I've become my mother. With a dick that big, you'd think she'd be better at impersonating a black guy. This is a terrible impersonation. Trixie's an aspiring country music star, and in an effort to prepare for this role, she asked her lover to beat her. Most dads just play catch with their sons. No, Trixie is in a relationship now. They're so cute together. She's always saying, "Oh babe, I love you. You're like the best lover I've ever had. You did it to me so good." And then he says, "Shh, don't wake up your mom." It's no secret that us queens have complicated relationships with our fathers. For instance, my father was rarely there. The only thing he ever did for me was teach me how to pee standing up. Trixie's father also taught her how to pee into his mouth. Obviously, these are all just jokes. How could she fuck someone she's never met? I'm so into roasting right now. While I'm up here, while I have this chance, as the only other winner here tonight, I want to take this moment to sincerely congratulate Trixie Mattel, because you know, the fan base, they can get vicious, they can get mouthy. People say a lot of very insensitive things out there, things that aren't true, things that attack a person for no reason. And no matter what, Trixie Mattel won that competition. She won that competition Trump style. She got the crown, but she did not get the popular vote. Hallelujah. And finally, as a trained actor, I thought it would be fun to close out my set with a dramatic interpretation of Willem's butthole.